Okay, welcome back. Day three. We're going to do day two and day three together. Honestly, I'm probably going to lose count of days after a while of messing with this thing. Pardon me, I been kind of ill last couple of days. So, anyways, I dropped the oil pan on the car. I removed the drain plug first, and there was nothing was coming out. So I unbolted the drain pan. Of course, then everything got drenched in oil because it all came out the end. So as of today, I've got the axles both out. I got the radiator out. Most of the wiring harness unplugged. I haven't finished it yet. That's what I'm working on now. I got the exhaust unhooked yet, and the bobble strut thing on the back, or the dog bone strut on the back. Um, I got all the AC, most of the AC stuff out. We're not gonna put AC back in it, so there's no need to keep it in here. So just get rid of it. Um, Not really anything new as of today. Just tinkering away, trying to get the engine pulled. We was pricing parts to put this one here back together. My theory is if I've got it sitting on the engine stand, now's the time to do the head gasket and the timing belt and all of that stuff. Clean it up, put new oil pan gasket on it, et cetera, et cetera. And because if I'm putting it back in this car, I want it to have zero issues, hopefully. So, I mean, you never know. Did find that the passenger side strut is, well, it's hard to tell now because it's hooked back up, but it's shot. So now we're going to end up putting struts and strut mounts on it as well. And then one of the rear, I noticed this the other day, one of the rear shocks, for some reason they got the nut all the way loose. I don't know why. So anyways, it'll probably get brand new shocks on the rear as well, because if we're going that far, we might as well go ahead and do it all. I was trying to remove the rear spare tire cover so I can check the condition of the spare tire well, but it's rusted stuck here, so I've got it soaking in some stuff now. Supposed to have a gentleman on his way to look at the 84 Turbo Z. Decided to go ahead and let that go to help fund this, and so, you know, that's it, is what it is. This car, to me, is more important than the Turbo Z, and I know if he ends up buying it, it'll go to a good home. I just found out a friend of mine passed away. He has, whatever, however you want to word it, a beautiful 89 GTC LeBaron Coupe. My wife and I are going to try to find a way to purchase that car. It's probably one of the nicest in the country, I'm sure. So, anyways, condolences to his wife and family. He definitely will be missed. I learned a lot from him through the years that I've known him, which is only a couple, 3 years, unfortunately. But very nice gentleman, very knowledgeable on these cars, and like I said, I learned a bunch, meeting with him, and we would go to car shows together and sit and just chat all day long, and wealth of knowledge, and just all in general, very nice man. So rest in peace, Michael. Hopefully you're not suffering anymore. You're definitely going to be missed around here. So, okay. My son is supposed to come down Tuesday and help me finish, get it another step closer. I don't know if I'll have the engine out by then. But we need to get online here and start ordering parts so things start coming in so we can start getting it closer together. Seems like August is a long ways away as we're sitting here in mid-February. But believe it or not, 6 months goes by fast, as everybody should know by now. So, yeah, we're just going to have to keep working on it and do it a day at a time. So I think that if we've got it apart this far, I don't know where to stop. Would you put new tie rods in on it? Tie rod ends on it? Would you put new front hubs, bearings, whatever on it? Let me know what you think you would do. Or would you just wing it and hope for the best? The rally we're taking it on is, last year it was a roughly 1,500 miles. This year probably won't be as many miles because the end point is closer to home. So we're actually probably not going to leave a 4-hour radius of our house, which is good in case something happens. We can get a rescue. So I don't know. Car sat for 20 some years. in a garage like mine here, and it's got fairly new pads on it, but I don't trust those. They're cheap enough. I'll throw new ones on, new rotors. Uh, Debating about probably new calipers too. I don't know. So let me know what you think, and hopefully we can get something else and keep going on this thing. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Forgotten Dailies. Again, excuse my voice. Tested positive for the COVID stuff, so I'm just kind of taking it easy out in the garage, working slow. Everything's fine, just basically in my chest and a little bit, and mostly congested. Anyways, so I come out today because I got tired of sitting on the couch and decided to pull the carpet back on the driver's rear floorboards. And believe it or not, it actually is very clean. I mean, dirty, but not rusted out at all. So far, at least on the driver's side, the front footwell is the only area that's going to need some attention. That's a blessing. I'm about to go ahead and roll the carpet off on the passenger side and look at that and see what we got. I was taking some inventory of some stuff we have. The car came with some extra parts that we're not going to need. I know that there's some fog light covers. I think there's 2 or 3 sets there, and I know of one fog light. I think the other one's probably buried in the back of this mess here. So there's a good front nose, set of side skirts. Not going to be using any of that stuff. We're not replacing any of that on this car. So all of that's going to be end up going on our eBay store. Engine wise, I don't know if I said this in the last video. If I did, I apologize. It's almost ready to come out. The axle shafts are all out. The transmission mounts unbolted and hanging. I still got this, the one on the side and the one on the front. And then the power steering lines still need unhooked. Probably just going to cut those because we're probably just going to put a new one anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then maybe some miscellaneous little things that we've overlooked. So as soon as we get done with this COVID stuff, you know, the boys and I will be able to get back together and trying to avoid them as much as I can. So we can, we ordered a bunch of parts last night for it, or I did. And those should start arriving here in the next couple of days. So that'll be nice once we can finally get some parts in and, you know, get a little bit of stuff going. So with that said, give me a little bit and I'll pull the carpet on the other side and we'll see what we got. Okay, so we've got the passenger side carpet flipped over, and again, it looks pretty decent over here. Not as nice as the driver's side, but way better than what I was kind of expecting. Oop, drop my phone here. Let's see. Yeah, that's livable. It's not punching through, so that's good. Down inside the seat frame, seat bracket frame, seems solid. So again, I've said it many times. Worst part's front floors, so I think it's fixable. I got a buddy that said he can fix the few spots on the frame rail on the passenger side. We'll patch them. Again, this car's never going to be a show car or anything like that, so you know, it is what it is. But we'll keep working and see what we can get done. Wait on parts to come in and start putting things back together. I was going to go ahead and pull the engine today, but I'm going to wait till my son's here and everybody's here together, and so he can kind of learn the process on that. But I'm going to probably work on cutting some of this rust out of the floor today while I'm out here, so we can get another step closer on that. So anyway, we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Hopefully I can get something done. Okay, so did some work on the floors and got them trimmed back. Got most of the excess rust off. I still got to work on a little bit up in the corners. I worked with what I had, you know, just a cut-off wheel. But it definitely gives us a little bit more idea of what we're going to get into. So now I got the back of the car up in the air, and I'm going to pull the drums we're gonna put new wheel cylinders and all new brake hoses and all that on it. It just seems like we're just tossing money, but you know, brakes are definitely something you don't want to mess with. So, anyways, I guess 20 some years of sitting definitely allows it to get dry, and it turns, but boy, it's stiff. So pop this drum off, and then may end up putting bearings in it too. I don't know when the last time they were looked at was, so we'll look at them and see what we got, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so as you can see, they're pretty dry. It still rolls fairly smooth, so we might just go ahead and reuse them. Appears they've been changed because they got metal around them instead of the normal plastic. We'll clean them up, see what we got. At least this is the outside on the passenger side. So we'll see what we have once we get it further apart, once I get the drum off. And then I really don't want to split everything up if I can help it. But anyway, we'll just keep working at it. Okay, so I got this drum off the passenger side, and the pads, shoes, whatever you want to call them, they could probably be reused, but no more than what they cost. Actually, the front side is pretty thin. No more than what they cost. We'll just go ahead and put new ones on. Wheel cylinder, again, it's going to be new. The hardware kit, I already got that ordered. That was like $7 on Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. Definitely going to replace the wheels, the inner wheel seal. The drums, yeah. You know, if I'm going this far with it, I might as well go ahead and put new ones on and be done. So, the drums on these cars, pretty much all the front-wheel drive Chrysler cars, when you order the drum, you don't get the hub. The hub is the part that the bearing rides in. It's these four. This is the wheel studs, the back side of the wheel studs. So, you can put this in a press, which I have, and you pop the hub out of the drum, and then once you get your new drum, you just slide it on. It is a serviceable item. They don't show that in the parts book. They show it being sold together, but I have yet to see any retailer that sells these that you can buy the hub. You only can buy the drum. So they're meant to come apart. Whether that's just because the manufacturers were trying to be cheaper and on the reproduction of these parts, or what the deal is, I don't know. Don't care. So anyway, sorry about my voice. So we're gonna go ahead and order, you know, the shoes, the drums, and whatever else we need, and you know, keep going with this. All right, so got the driver's side drum off, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see it in the camera, but these spindles are definitely, definitely were dry. Again, the shoes, yeah, I mean, we could probably rerun them, but again, it comes back to they're not that expensive, so we're just going to go ahead and replace them. The steel brake lines back here, again, it's no more than what it costs to replace them, just put new. So, a little history on this car. When I bought the car from the original owner, he had said that years and years and years ago it had been rear-ended. And, of course, the insurance company wanted to total the car, and I don't know if he bought it back or how that all worked out. So, anyways, he had the car rebuilt, and pretty much from about right behind the B pillar all the way back is actually another car. And there's signs of that. If you look, the maroon paint on the rear frame rail. There's some maroon paint up in here. There's a few specks here and there. Here on the rear wheel well. So, you know, that's where it comes back to part of why this car is not going to be restored. The monetary value is just definitely not there. And then we got looking, and this is inside the driver's rear door. So what I thought was just a little bit here actually comes all the way up, and there's a pretty good size hole here. It could probably be fixed, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then the rear quarter panel, where the bolt that attaches the extension on, it's rusted through there. And again, you know, it's just not, to me, it's just not worth throwing that kind of money at it. So mechanically, that's what my goal is to have it mechanically sound and excuse me again, and safe to drive. So beyond that, I don't care what it looks like. It kind of goes along with the whole rally thing, if you know anything about Lemons Rally. So, all right, well, I'm gonna call this a day. I'm tired, and we're gonna get it with my son and hopefully start ordering more parts. Said I got some stuff on order, and we need to get some more stuff on order. This way it starts coming in. We can try to get this thing, going as quick as possible. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the video. Again, I apologize for my voice being crackly. Hopefully in the next video I'll be back to normal, if there is such a thing. So thanks, and thanks for watching the video. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to see something else, if you want to see me do something specific to these cars, please let me know. I'll try my best to get that in, and we'll just kind of keep working on this one, and I'll do videos as we go along. Thanks, and have a great day.